not in written, and but their money will be accounted for, and we move on. Don't take 20 minutes on a thing, because we'd like to finish this issue so that we release everyone to go and attend to other issues. But we be detailed, because would like to bring this matter to the light of everybody. Thank you. I can see Honorable Yego has come. There was a question that you were told by the chair to reserve. Kindly, quickly, can you put it forward so that we take it back to Maritime to take us to the next level? Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Mine was, I wanted to maybe to fertilize, for better term, what Honorable Rebecca had asked about the trustees and the authorization of the withdrawal. I heard from Martin that most of the trustees are not within the town, they are far, and I only needed to inquire whether, even if they are in Nairobi or in Western, were they informed of any withdrawal, or were they aware if any communication with them? Can we have any evidence that they were aware of the transactions within the account? Thank you, Chair.
To you, Bonasio, answer that. Was there any other question that had you not answered in your list?
No.
So answer that, and then you take us to the next level. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Yego, the issue of transfers of money to maybe staff or making any payment, that is done when everybody is aware. Yeah. So once everybody is aware, we prepare the documentations, which we will submit to the bank, and then the signatories will sign the checks.
Chair, clarification.
Yes, Honorable Yego.
Could there be any evidence that they agreed with the transaction, or they authorized the transaction? If any, kindly provide.
I might not have a documentation showing that, but this is something we discuss among ourselves. If we receive an invoice from, say, Tampere, we will say we have an invoice from Tampere which needs to be paid. So the other trustees will give their note, proceed and pay. So we will now prepare the documentations, we give the signatories, they sign, and then we...
Thank you so much, Mr. Maritime. You've taken us so far. Can you proceed to the next item?
So we were on other levies that the students pay apart from the tuition fees. So I've talked of the tuition fees, the insurance, visa fees, accommodation, and then now we have, remember, we have the COVID PCR test. This is a test you are required to take a day before you board the plane when you are going abroad. So this is a test we normally do at Kemri in Nairobi. So we pay Kemri 5,000 shillings per student for that test. So we collect this money from the student and pay Kemri. So they will do the test a day before the students fly out. So every student pay 5,000. And then we have the flight.
Before you go there, every student pays 5,000 from the student's pocket or from the same coffers?
No, we collect all the money. Even the 5,000 we collect from the student, and then we pay Kemri ourselves. Just like we collect for visa, we collect also for...
It is the same money that you eventually ask. I'm trying to understand. Oh, members, this 49,000,
That is 49 is for visa.
where does that money come from?
The student pays to the account, the trust account.
Mtoto analeta kutoka nyumbani.
Yes. You pay this money to the trust account so that we transfer that money.
Oh, so we are discussing the money in the trust account.
Yes.
So the 5,000 COVID test you are withdrawing from the account, having been paid
Yes.
by the parents.
Yes.
Proceed.
Yeah. So COVID test 5,000, and then we have a flight for the air ticket. Every student paid for temporary paid 100,000. Yeah. So for flight we have the invoice from the agent, and we have the payment slip showing that we paid the agent this much, and this much was in the invoice. So I'll also provide that, the invoice and the payment slip. Yes. Mostly, like when these ones were traveling, it was around 97 something.
So flight is another additional.
Yeah, there is an extra of around 2,000.
So now, for us to capture the flight expenditure, where will we beg our documentation? Were they traveling through an agent or direct to the airline? What was the arrangement?
We used the agent to book.
So you paid the agent?
We paid the agent.
The same agent?
Yes.
Thank you.
So we book as a group. We don't.
Proceed.
Yeah. So those are the money that the parents paid. They paid the tuition fees, the insurance, the visa fees, accommodation, flight, and COVID test. So apart from this, and the examinations, the entry examinations, apart from this, there is no other payment we received from the parents. And this money were all paid to the account. We did not receive any cash from any parent. So everything is paid to the account, and then everything that needs to be paid is paid from that account.
Thank you so much. Order, madam. Order. There are some questions not yet addressed before we go to Honorable Rebecca. I understand one comes from Honorable Ngetich. It's a question of morality, and you've not handled Honorable Shah. So perhaps you can address those too.
Yeah, on the questions from Honorable Ngetik, we have not received any formal complaint on any sexual molestation or so. Those are things that were circulating in social media, but there is no formal complaint. So we cannot control what happens in the social media. If we had one formal complaint that has been made, then we will address it from there. But so long as we don't, then we treat it as rumors.
And what if the perpetrators are the same people who are supposed to receive the complaint?
The Chair, this is not the only office that they can launch that complaint. They can launch it to the police, the governor's office, or any other relevant office, not the staff only.
Thank you so much. That is well answered. Honorable Shah's question?
I didn't get
Honorable
the question
Keitany,
well, Honorable Keitany.
I think it was to do with the issue of 49,000.
Yes.
The reason I was asking why collect, and then why collect from the students, and yet the students could have even gone directly and pay themselves.
Yeah, so from our own wisdom, we thought we collect everything and then we do everything as a group. So that was any money that is required, let us collect it first.
You're done?
I can say I'm done for now, but when you go to the next set of questions, please kindly consider me.
Okay, thank you. Proceed, Honorable Maritim.
Now, so I've taken you through how we started the program, how we opened this, how we registered this trust deed, how we've been collecting the money and making the payments. Now, for the group that we are talking about, the temporary group of 51 students, remember they are now ending their second semester. So we have not had any issue since we started the program. They have traveled to Finland, finished the first semester. They in fact paid fees for the second semester, and we transferred the same money to the school. They paid this trust account. We transfer that. They move to second semester. And then we now gave them, we had a WhatsApp group for parents and students who are in Finland. So we used to have a one WhatsApp group. When we received the invoice, we posted it in that WhatsApp group and told them that is the invoice for first semester of your second year. Now pay. That is when the problem began. Otherwise, we had no issue before. So the question now came where parents said, we are not going to pay because we have been told education in Finland for diploma is free. And then secondly, they said this program was in fact a scholarship. So that is when now issues began. And they said we are not going to pay the fees. So that is where we are now. So all these problems began when we asked for the fees for second year. And remember, these are the people, when they first traveled to Finland, they knew that they were paying fees for the duration of their studies. You pay for every year of your study. They were so much aware, the parents were so much aware, but now, when it came to second year, we had issues. So, they refused to pay. And they have not paid. So I have the invoice here. Pending invoice for their first semester of their second year. So this is I don't know if you can give that.
While you supply that through the chair, can you be clear, because it's true that is from the second year, the issue of parent being discontent came about. It came from all the 51 parents or students, or a given number?
Thank you very much, Chair, Honorable Muya, for that question. It did not come from all the parents.
Have those that were not in that, had they deposited the money into the trust account?
Yes, some have paid. Yeah, some have not paid.
Can you give the numbers? Can you give the numbers? And what were the allegation of not paying? Because they were people of sound mind. You have worked with them for a year. What was the complaint and how did you handle it?
Now, when we gave them the invoice, 8 parents paid fees. We had another group of around 6 or 7 parents who said we are not going to pay the fees because in fact this program is a scholarship for the degree students.
Perhaps we need to be clear on that. That when the invoice came, you gave them the invoice.
Yes, we posted the invoice in the WhatsApp group.
In the WhatsApp
and everybody
group.
saw. Yes.
Thank you. And this WhatsApp group has 51 members.
It has the 51 parents, no, the 51 students and their parents in that one WhatsApp group.
In that WhatsApp group.
Yes.
They acknowledge to have seen the invoice. And of the 51 parents, 8 have paid.
Yes.
So 46, 44, 43 are yet to pay.
Yes.
Despite the fact that they have received the invoice.
Yes.
And what do you beg the reason behind that?
Already say.
Come again and be clear.
Yeah,
because
so
that is the bone of
because you
contention.
said the reason is 6 members.
Yeah. One of the parents who say we are not going to pay the fees. We had 6 parents who wrote a petition to the governor saying we are not going to pay the fees. One of those parents, the 6 of them, had actually traveled to Finland to visit the student.
You have a copy of that petition?
Yeah, we can produce a copy.
Yeah, we are really interested.
Yeah, there is a letter they wrote to the governor.
Thank you.
Yeah, so one of those parents who wrote that letter.
Order, yes? Yeah.
Mr. Martin have just said, when they reached there,
Please use your mic.
when they reached there, they were like,
You can put that mic down.
it's okay, I can get it now. You know, Martin, when these children were leaving this place, why did you issue them with certificates of scholarship? Because that is what might have brought all this mix, because when these children left Kenya, they were issued with letters of scholarship. And that one might have brought all this confusion. Can you clarify that to us?
Now, thank you very much, Honorable Member, for that question. When I began my submissions, I said that in our own wisdom during that time, we told the university and the Finnish embassy that
Please don't go back there. Don't go back there. That information,
right.
Members have it. I want you to help this committee to understand that the 51 members received an invoice requiring them to pay. And that invoice, because now it was packaged for 25 or 26 students. Now, how did you disseminate that to the group?
Thank you, Chair. So I can confirm that we gave that invoice to the parents and the students through a WhatsApp group. Now, so I personally posted that invoice to the group and wrote to the
Chairman, maybe there was something else. There was the major motivating factor for the students to go to Finland. One was to go study. Then there is another one that motivated a lot of parents, was to do with employment. Now, could it be that after they joined, these students could not get employment so that they can support the parent? While saying that, Chairman, we have programs in our Kenyan universities for nursing. How much does it cost in Kenya to train a nurse? If you go on a self-sponsored program, it's around 400,000 per year. Why pay 1.1 million with others? It will be like 1.5. The motivating factor behind that was you will get employment that will cover all this. How was the employment issue, Chairman? Then lastly, Chairman, there's something that Honorable Rebecca asked, Chairman, and he did not answer correctly. He said, in our wisdom that time. I don't think that is wisdom. Well, I don't know why he keeps on repeating about the wisdom. Why should you not be honest enough? Honest to the student, honest to the government, honest to the county government of Wazingishu. Why should we hide behind all these things? Why don't we face this program just the way it is? Why should we have to hide behind all other things? So I would not wish that he uses that term wisdom again, because it was not wisdom in any way.
Well noted. Through the chair.
And you know, when you say in our wisdom, that collective body is the reason why we are wondering, because you are saying that the trustees were the final. Mr. Joel here said that there was a team of 4. So when you say in our wisdom, you want to collectively mean the 4, because I want to treat that as the supreme organ managing this affair. Can we take it that way?
No, Chair. Not the 4.
While you answer that, through the chair, I would like maybe, because I'm after us, utilizing the time that we have prudently, the questions that have been raised, you have noted them down. But sum up, after answering, sum up by convincing this committee, because you are the principal trustee, what was this reason that 43 or so parents and their student decided not to pay? If you prosecute that, I think you would have answered so many other questions that would have come after that. Therefore, I'll through the chair, I'll say that answer those questions, and after the answering them, before we pose other questions, give us a comprehensive reason as a trustee. Why did you think parents decided to object paying? Convince us kindly. Thank you.
Now, thank you very much, Chair. What Honorable Ngetich asked, that the motivating factor for these students to travel abroad and study was the job component, which was actually the thing we were looking at here. I want to confirm to this House and to these honorable members that those students who are in Finland, the 51 students who went to Finland, actually got themselves employment. They are working at the same time studying. Before these students left for Finland, we talked to them before they left. We told them, now that you are going to Finland, your focus number 1, when you get employment there, is to look for fees for your second semester and for your second year. That was what we told them. This is your focus number 1. Do not deviate from that focus. I know, we told them, we know, or I know that you might be tempted to divert your focus to other things. I went to Finland personally. At some point, I think they were in their second year. for their second semester. And I was accompanied by, we were together with the governor, we accompanied the governor, and the chairman for education committee in the house, and another honorable member who was a member of the committee for the of that committee. So we went to see how the students are doing. We did meetings with the universities and the students themselves. When we were there, the students confirmed to us in the presence of the university officials that they are indeed working. They are earning from whatever they are doing. And we confirm that ourselves, because I can say these students went and lost their focus, number one, and diverted their money to something else. We have WhatsApp groups of our students, and I want to show you one of them. We have a WhatsApp, a Facebook group, Facebook page of a student called Willie Cage. Willie Cage is the president of the first group of students who went to Finland, because every group has a president, like a representative. Willie Cage stated categorically that he is not going to pay fees because, number one, he has no employment. He is not working. Number two, he said this education in Finland is free. Number three, the county government of Uasin-Gishu spent money in this program, which was meant to pay for their fees. This is his this is his Facebook page, saying, at least I will tell my kids I bought my first car at 17 years. I saw the car myself, he's driving. Why would he, before paying for the fees, which was his focus, number one? Kama angeweka hii pesa to the initial plan ya kulipa fees kwanza, alafu ukishalipa fees you do other things, atungekuwa na this problem. I use this as an example because this is the student leader. He's called Willie Cage. You can get that in the Facebook. You can see what these students are doing. Yeah? Willie Cage, K-E-C-H. So you see how these students now, when they went to Finland, lost what the main focus should have been. I remember I was called by the governor, formed a task force to look into this program to try and understand why all these things are happening. And I told them that would have these students stuck to their focus, hatungekuwa na shida. I follow these students every day on Facebook, on WhatsApp. You see what they are posting. Today you see a student in Sweden. Next weekend you see a student in Germany. The same students utamwona some other country, because they are free to move across Europe, all the European countries. You work a whole week, you earn, you don't save for fees, unaanza kutembea. When the invoice come, uambiwe lipa, you say I don't have money because I have no employment. Cage would not have put this car at 17 kama angekuwa hapa Kenya. It means anafanya kazi. The reason they have decided not to pay is beyond me, it's beyond this government, the executive. This is a question of willingness to pay. And we have no control over that. Ours is to just ask them, please pay.
Okay, Chair. Through you.
Yes, Honorable.
I think, Bwana CEO, you've told us a long story. Kindly try to be brief. And also on that point, I think also to favor you, I think you should have elaborated that during the time they were departing here to Finland? Because I understand you say the governor was there, and you gave them the full instruction on what they're supposed to go and do there, and also the school fees they're supposed to pay. Now, let us not go into more stories. Just be brief, and you say the governor was there, and they understood that they were supposed to pay school fees.
Thank you.
Then other things will follow later. Thank you.
Perhaps, Bwana Maritim, the petitioners in this matter are the parents. So that the business of students should remain with the students and their parents. Maybe that student buying a car at 17 is to the joy of the parent. So that admission of the contact of one of the students, I beg not to invite in this house, because the petitioner here is the parent. And the parent, 43 of them, are saying we are not paying. And only a fraction of it have paid, have complied. Now, come to his question. What explanation do you, because, you know, as a leader, you need to convince. But it seems that this team of 51 actually have taken a tall order of you. What happened? You were one. You were a team all through to the first semester. But when it comes to the second semester, you lose 43 out of 51. That is what I want to understand. Let him handle that first.
Thank you very much, Chair. I've given the reasons, some of the reasons the parents and the students cited as the reasons why they are not going to pay. And then there was another reason which they said, we want to know if actually the university was paid, if the university actually received the first year fees. And I've produced the evidence, and the payment slip. So that confirms.
You have produced.
Yes.
Did you give them that answer?
Yes, they are aware.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, another